Welcome back to the trading grounds. Whoever kills the most aliens wins. Now let me introduce you to your commander, Sampstra Games. Hello everyone, as you can probably tell, we're going to be playing some Warhammer Battlesector, the second beta, or the May beta. Now, and I'm ready to kill some Venom Throws, Thermagons, whatever we can find. Because if it looks like an alien, it deserves to have holes in this body. And by holes, I mean bullet holes, of course. So let's go first do some army management. We can add quite a lot of new units over here. So we've got a couple options. We can get some land speeders, but if you watch my previous episodes, you know that I find them kind of just bad. Just like really, really bad. Like, no. Not to mention that Brother Arturo can even heal them. Like, they're just a waste of units. Instead, we're gonna take... I think we're gonna take... 3 assault squads. We have 3 intercessors. I'm gonna grab like maybe 2 more aggressors. Because I found the aggressors are pretty cool. With the grenade launcher, they can do occasionally ranged attacks, which can be quite good. And we're gonna grab some hellblasters, I think. Even though I haven't found them that interesting. I feel like the assault squad might be stronger, so let's just have 2 of them. And we're gonna fill the last space with... Do we want to have like 1 land speeder just so like I can spend the entirety of the episode hating on them? Because that's not something I would ever do. I'm a nice... But I'm gonna do it just for you. Just so you can see all the units in play. But they're just so weak. Like, what? Come on. Their attacks is bad. Their movement is like... Their movement is 6. But if you look at other units who have movement of 4, and plenty of the enemies have movement of 6, they're just not that great. What I think would make them interesting is if they had like a native evasion ability, or if you could upgrade them to give them a native evasion ability so that they could like disengage from combat. Like the idea is that they drive so fast in their car that the enemy can hit them. That would make them very exciting. Then I wouldn't even mind if they like weakened their abilities. But the way they are now, it just doesn't feel very useful compared to the other units. We've got 7 points, which means we could get a level 3 and a level 4 upgrade, or we could get some other upgrades. So if you wanted to do level 3, level 4, we could get the Sword of Sanguinius. That's only on the Carillon, so I don't like that. Or we could get Hand Flamer on Assault Squad. But this is only 4 attacks with base damage 1 to 2, so it doesn't seem overly exciting. Allow none to escape our wrath. It's kind of interesting, but I would love to see it. And we would also give them Crack Grenade. And this is interesting because this is within 3 tiles, but it's only to a single model. But the idea is that it would give them a little bit of a range, as opposed to what they have now, which could be exciting. But it would mean we were going all in on the Assault Squad. Could we do anything exciting over here? We get Embrace the Blood on Brother Arturo, energizes Red Thirst of a single friendly unit, or plus 20 HP per model of HQ units. That sounds pretty cool. But I'm super curious whether the Hand Flamer is better than the Chainsword. I don't know, and I want to show it off, so we're actually gonna do it. It's probably a bad choice.
Victory for the Bloodblades. Victory for Skyfall.
But I do want to see, because like... If you look at the stats, it doesn't seem like it would be better than the Chainsword. But I want to try.
Watches over us.
Let's confirm this. Does that mean if you look at the army and management, you might want to... You know what, let me actually take away one set of these Hellblasters. We only have 2. And we'll have 4 assault squads.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
Because we did work on making them like amazing. So we got 3 intercessors, 4 assault squad, 1 basic land speeder, 2 hellblasters, 2 aggressors, and our big boys. Okay, our leader. So let's go. Rage in the HEAVENWALL. I am ready.
I could not hide my conflict while I gave Matano my assessment. I have no doubt now that something of Sanguinius exists within these Primaris. But they move through a world not yet scaled for them. A universe not yet ready for their weight. They would have been in their prime had they been here days earlier, when the hordes of Xenos were infinite and unrelenting. Now, they clean up remnants, taking steps that once belonged to my lost brothers. They look like children playing at guardsman. The significance of Pentasio's death was lost on the novice priest, but Matano understood the threat immediately. If a synaptic leader still lives on Balfora, then it has remained undetected all this time. A threat left to fester. For that reason, the captain has sent me to scour the Heavenwall. The range is bewildering to the new recruits. A maze of shock-riven valleys and impenetrable mountain trails. With only a fraction of cunning, a tyrannid beast could lurk here undetected for generations. And then, violently. My Vox screams static. Over a century's worth of instinct propels me towards the explosion. My orders are followed immediately, the rest of the detachment on my heels without question. Balfora holds surprises for us yet, brothers.
I love how excited he is that we're gonna get murdered. He's such an interesting leader, especially considering that his abilities are just so weak compared to some of the units. I mean, it makes sense because he's a single guy versus 5, but still. Let me read you the information. Sorry, apparently I forgot to talk. I'm too bloodthirsty to talk, apparently. The majority of Tyrannid life forms are quillless and feral in isolation, but can be guided by synaptic leaders. These synaptic creatures act as the psychic conduits for the unrelenting will of the hive mind. When multiple synaptic leaders are used to establish a fighting force, they form a network of telepathic nodes between them, directing and manipulating the lesser bioforms into a hyper-organized and merciless hunting path. Well, recruits, let's get this started. Show me what you can do. I don't know if this is the last mission, because it's the 5th mission in the list, but the 0th mission wasn't shown, so I don't know if they counted as 6, or if we're going to have one more after. Let's see. If we have one more, we're definitely going to make an episode of that. If not, then, well, this is the last one. Unless we split this episode into 2. Okay, you're going to find out, okay? I'm going to keep it as a surprise. I'm going to say the Warhammer is just so good. I love this game.
Damn pests! Even in death they do nothing but irritate.
The probability complex decays. Aid arrives as predicted.
I did not expect to see a dreadnought this far from the Angelicum, let alone one of the libraries. And your Primaris novices speak of wasted potential.
Ours is not to question. Go, brothers. Relieve the librarian.
Alright. So as always, we have deployed everyone we could. So we're just gonna go. Proceed. Oh, point cap exceeded. Interesting. So where do I see my total points? Oh yeah, so I have 100 over. How much is the land speeder? Land speeder. Oh, he's only 60. Or we would have to use... You know what, let's lose one of the aggressors. I'm fine with that. It's interesting that the aggressors are considered so much more valuable than, for example, the assault squad, even though I have all the upgrades on the assault squad. Oh, so we need to turn this on and off. Either the bolt pistol or the hand flamer. Well, I absolutely want the hand flamer. Who cares about the bolt pistol? This is pretty cool. I didn't realize that we could do that. I wish it would kind of like show you. Okay, okay, so the bolt pistol is considered... I can only get the hand flamer on one of those. 5 over limit. If I get rid of the land speeder and just give everybody the hand flamer. Okay. Okay, everybody has, and now here we don't have any options. And here we don't have any options either. Okay. Yeah, I wish, like for example, what I wish is like that here, because there's no like sign that says that here I'm not able to change and here I am. So there should be like something to tell me like, hey, you're about to have an option. That would be nice. That's interesting. So we're gonna see how that works. So let's proceed.
The help is appreciated, Sergeant. But if those Promethean flow controls aren't shut down, it's not just the Gomps that are going to end up incinerated over here.
Understood. We'll see to it, Tech Marine.
I will now. never tires.
Alright, so here we can see we've got our Madakindar and Dekmarin Proginax. And now this is the same mission that we had in our previous beta. But let's interact here. Right, so we turn off the thing. Now we could, because it has a ranged attack, if you look at this. So I think what we would like to do is we're just gonna kind of try to hide behind cover, and we're actually going to be attacking them. So let's first move in here. We're gonna interact, which turns off the fire.
It wouldn't be a regular day if we didn't avert certain death, only to discover another source of certain death waiting for us.
For the glory of Sanguinius.
And I think I'm gonna give some Overwatch here. Radiator has 180 HP and 6 armor. Got 7 armor and 250 HP. If I remember correctly, there was a problem that like he blocks the damage. So ideally we would like to first waste rather Arturo's Overwatch and only then the Overwatch of Brother Kindar. So I think, if I remember correctly, I think we actually had to go a bit closer. I'm gonna go 2 steps away, and this Overwatch is... That's also only 2 steps away. Yeah, but we'll leave it. It's gonna be fine now.
Your orders.
Okay, we gotta turn around here. Alright, I can see some enemies in there, and there'll probably be many more around. So let's move with the intercessors. Do we have any intercessors over here? Mostly just aggressors. Brother Arturo. Oh, I could give everyone around me plus melee. Let's do that.
We are just and righteous before the eyes of the Emperor.
And we'll move closer just to see if there are any more enemies. You don't see them. Let's move a bit closer.
I am needed.
I still won't be able to get a shot, even though I'm gonna be a step closer. I mean, 55% chance. Okay, do it. It's like very bad. Now, Assault Squad, I could use... No, not Hellblasters. What's the range for the Plasma Incinerator? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So I just need to move 2 steps, so let's do it. It will help me see where the other enemies... Still no other enemies around. Okay, let's use the Plasma Blaster then. Because what I was going to do is I was going to try to use the jetpack on my Assault Squad to jump towards these Harmagans. But I actually think that this might not be the best choice. And the reason for that is there's probably going to be a bunch of enemies around. And... if we're just standing there, we're gonna be too weak. Now we gotta remember that we need to deactivate the Promethean flow in 4 turns, which is somewhere here. So I should actually take, I was supposed to take Brother Turret there, but okay, we'll take Surgeon Carlon. We'll use his jetpack to jump as much in this area as possible. And we'll just run in this direction. And we'll take intercessors with him to help out kill any enemies that we can find. Yeah, like those over there. We're gonna have a really bad shot. 55% chance. Their Therma chance, they'll try to move towards me. So I think actually we'll just do Overwatch. I think we'll have to move at least 1 step closer. That's the hope. And then we could shoot them. I don't see any more enemies around, so I'm just gonna move forward and see if I could find some. No, so we'll just do Overwatch then.
Overwatch. Battle line squad ready.
More intercessors for more Overwatch. Now, Hellblasters. Do we have any more? No, we just have aggressors. Aggressors move here and kind of help on this direction. I'm kind of a little sad that I moved Brother Arturo here because he probably could have been helpful in the other direction. Because he could help out there, but I think that's okay. So what does this do? Hand Flamer. I've got the crack grenade. Interesting. Which is quite a lot of turns away. So let's move forward because we want them to be kind of like the people the enemies will attack. And we'll go on Overwatch with them as well.
They will regret coming this close.
Except their Overwatch is like super weak, but...
Assault Marines ready.
Okay. Alright, let's end our turn. We've got only 4 turns, so it's gonna be interesting if we can get there. Oh, look at this big enemy. Okay. I was kind of hoping that the other Overwatch would activate first, but... I did almost no damage, like 1 HP. Oh, he's hitting them both! Okay, so we're gonna have to take a step back with Brother Arturo, which is fine. It's not really much of a problem. A couple Venom Tropes coming and Termagants coming. Some of our Overwatches on the Intercessors activate, which is always good. I don't think they'll get close enough for my Assault Squad to actually do something exciting against them. But we could use the Crag Grenades on them. It should allow us to get rid of them fairly quickly, especially because the Crag Grenades do a lot of damage to a single model, if I remember correctly. So that's a pretty good move against them. Now these Termagants next to Brother Kindar, we have cover against them, but we gotta remember that upon the next turn they'll be able to get a shot at us. This is like no damage to my Intercessors. That's perfectly fine. And the 4 turns is pretty tight, so we're kind of gonna have to hurry with Brother Carlon. Okay, 1 set of Termagants. Okay, we blocked the damage on Brother Kindar. That's amazing. Oof, what are these? Gargoyles. They're beautiful, but they're not fun to fight against. We might need to send someone else here to help out. Yeah, maybe the Assault Squad. Maybe we'll grab some Assault Squad there. We'll see. Okay, do we want to start here? I guess so. So we can use the Storm Bolter. Now that would do 0 damage. Or the Chainsword. 90 to 120 damage once. Let's do it. That was amazing. Oh, they get to hit me back though. I'm gonna do it again, and only afterwards I'm going to heal. Okay, we got it to half HP, which is fantastic. Now, Brother Arturo will heal Brother Kindar with the Omniscience Touch. Bolt Pistol. If I move here, can I use the Bolt Pistol? 4 damage. I guess I got nothing better to do, so sure. I mean, we did 3 out of 4 damage. And I'm gonna try to take 2 steps back so that I'm going to be hidden from the enemies, and also so that I have a better chance of avoiding the attack, because remember the time effects hit like a big attack that hit like multiple hexes, and I want to make sure that I'm not standing in the way of that. Okay. We're gonna start with Sergeant Carlon, because that's the most important thing right now. I need you to run this way. And I would like to see how many more enemies we've got here. Doesn't seem like many, so just like full on run. Yeah, there are no enemies there, so that should be good. Now these Intercessors, I'm gonna start with a shot at the Gargoyles. I think I might leave my Assault Squad for the Gargoyles, so let's just finish off the Termagants. Because this particular Assault Squad can get here pretty easily. Chainsword. Path is not direct enough for a charge. Okay. If I am to move you here, could you then do the attack? Because I should be able to hit them. 18 to 24, 5 times. So we have a pretty good chance of killing up to 5 of them. Beautiful. I think we killed like 4 out of... Yeah, 4 of them. That was really good. It's not great our positioning, because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. What I meant to say is like we have our back turned toward these Harmajan, so they could try to do some melee attacks on us. But I think we should be able to cover it with some of our other people. Now, we do need to worry about the Venom tropes. So do I have any Hellblasters? Yes, I do. And this seems to be... It's not actually the best range. So if I step with you a hex closer. Come on, Hellblasters. Move for me a step closer. I need to kill them. These Venom tropes. 6 to 9, 20 times with only 60% chance of a hit though. Maybe we should move Brother Arturo closer to give everybody a bit of a bonus on the attack.
I am ready to
Unless we want to attack. 42 to 56 twice. That would allow me to kill one of them, but Brother Arturo is going to be in a bad place. Also, how much movement is this going to cost? I think all 4 probably. To be fair, he can heal himself after if he needs to. Another option would be I could just move him here, give everybody, I can give everybody a bonus. I'm gonna do it.
All that will be left of you is the stain of your spilt venom.
Great. Now I could try to fall back, which gives me evasion. And it does a ranged attack on him. We haven't really tried that yet. Let's try that.
I must protect his blood.
Okay, so they get their attack, but because I had evasion, I avoided that attack. And now I get a fallback attack, which is super weak. But that's a cool way to disengage. I like it. But it did cost me an action point, if I remember correctly. Now, these Hellblasters need to get closer so that we get a good shot, and they should ideally kill them.
Target acquired.
I do get that bonus. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage. Get 11 HP left.
Heavy fire support.
I don't think we want to waste the attack of the aggressors on that. Now, we do have the assault squad. But we'll start focusing on this first. I think we're gonna go and attack these Hermajans. Now, one thing I forgot to do is, like, if you do this attack with the sword, you're actually going to get like a charge attack if you go from a distance. And I do believe that if you just move, maybe we should test this. There's 85% chance. Well, if I just do... There's 85 also. If I just move you closer, is it still gonna be 85? That's my question. I don't think so. I just want to test it out here. Oh no, it's actually... Oh no, that was the hand thing. It's the same. So I don't know how the charge attack is bonus. Now the hand flamer will do 20 times 1 to 2 damage. So that's pretty terrible. I'm gonna grab the assault tactics. These are Termagants, so they would do a range attack. So the assault tactics is not the best. Also, I don't really need increased melee damage on these guys. So we just do a regular attack. Okay. We're gonna move here, and then we'll use our chainsword at the enemy as well. Why can I do that? I should have the movement to go at them. If I move a step closer, can I then use the chainsword? Yeah, okay, that was a bit weird. Okay, these Harmagans are not dead, but they're close. Now, what do we have left? One more assault squad. I could teleport either there or there. But if I teleport behind the Venom tropes, I'm going to take a lot of damage, presumably. But I think we'll do it. Yeah, there are not that many enemies around, actually, so it's pretty good. Let's use... Okay, if I use the hand flamer, it's actually 0 to 1 damage 20 times, so they actually would be a chance that we don't actually kill it, so we're just gonna use the chainsaw just to be sure. So the hand flamer is pretty terrible. I don't quite see why you would want to have it instead of the bolt pistol, which is a little strange considering that you do have to buy the upgrade for it. So like, what is the point? Let's move the Hellbusters forward and use some Overwatch. Also, I need to turn my assault squad towards the areas where the enemies are. Otherwise, these aggressors also should move forward. You can get some Overwatch.
Hellblasters awaiting target.
These intercessors. I could either kill these gargoyles. I think I'm gonna kill these gargoyles.
Your orders.
Oh no, I did. I stepped right next to Termagants. I didn't mean to do that. Because I wanted to get these intercessors ready to attack the Termagants in the back. But I kind of didn't realize that it does make me right next to these Termagants. Now, another thing I need to do is I need to move this assault squad forward. Now, you might be wondering why am I doing that? I just want to make sure that in case there are some other enemies here, I need to pave the way for Sergeant Carlon. I need to make sure that he can get there in the turns that he has. And I should be able to because I've got the assault squad again. Now, we also try to get here the command point so we can do some big attacks. So we'll see about that. Okay, we've got some enemies coming from the side. Ooh, pistol reaction. Okay, so maybe this is what the flamethrower is good for. Because we don't have the bolt pistol, we actually get the reaction from the hand flamer. Which I'm guessing is good. Okay, this was a really good move with Brother Artur because he's protected. Though, we're taking a lot of damage on Brother Kindar. We really need to kill this monster like ASAP. But Brother Kindar is 2 attacks, so I think he'll be able to kill this Tyrannofex the next turn. Which would be super helpful. That was almost no damage from the Termagants. I think we're good with that. Yeah, we know. Plenty of targets everywhere. Who cares? Yeah, to be fair, Brother Kindar is 250 HP, so the damage he's taken is kind of okay. But we gotta keep that in mind. Had more Termagants incoming.
Carleon. Carleon. Matano. Require urgent encoded response. I have orders directly from the Red Council.
I hear dissent among the librarians. They are concerned a synaptic network binds Balfora.
You've already found the librarian. Good. Protect him. He can help uncover whatever evil is hiding in the HEAVENWALL. Do not tarry, Carleon. I do not like the tone this Red Council has taken.